So who's frustrated, right? That every single winter, the pattern repeats itself. So as the days get shorter, you watch the motivation start to fade, energy drops, emotions become unstable, the meltdowns increase, the anxiety spikes. Doctors call it seasonal affective disorder. It's sad, that's for sure. They explain how reduced sunlight messes with brain chemistry and tell you to try a light box, maybe add another supplement, perhaps consider meds, right? But here's what they can't explain. Why do some people handle fall and winter just fine while others predictably struggle, right? So why does your child with autism or ADHD get noticeably worse every single year when the clocks change? Why does one sibling thrive year-round while the other battles the same seasonal decline, right? So the answer isn't just about what happens during seasonal depression. It's about why certain nervous systems don't have the capacity to adapt when the seasons change. And that's exactly what we're going to unpack here today. So who is this specifically made for? Okay, this video is for people who are exhausted from watching their child or themselves, right, struggle every fall and winter, who are tired of being told it's just seasonal and who are ready to understand the real neurological reason behind these predictable seasonal challenges, right? So what am I talking about and what are you going to learn? So in this video, you'll discover why seasonal depression isn't all about sunshine deficiency, right? You'll learn how nervous system reserve capacity, or the lack of it, determines who struggles and who doesn't. So we'll break down the perfect storm, if you will, that creates this vulnerability from early in life. And most importantly, you're going to see how restoring neurological resilience can help you or your child finally thrive year round. So here's what we see in our office every single fall and winter. Sleep gets worse, digestion struggles, behavior challenges increase, right? Meltdowns happen more frequently. The anxiety that seemed manageable in August becomes overwhelming, right, by November, just 2 months later. This isn't a coincidence. It's not bad luck. People and children with these conditions predictably worsen each winter because their nervous systems are already operating at maximum capacity. So when seasonal transitions arrive, right, there's simply nothing left in reserve, right, in their tank. So now the really nerdy stuff. Okay, the nervous system's resilience factor for all seasons. Okay, number one, the autonomic nervous system operates like a car with two pedals, right? Sympathetic nervous system activates stress responses, while the brake pedal or the parasympathetic nervous system promotes rest, recovery, and emotional balance. A healthy nervous system shifts smoothly between these states, using the gas when challenges arise and engaging the brake to rest, digest, sleep, and maintain calm. But some nervous systems get stuck with the gas pedal pressed down and the brake pedal unable to engage. So this is sympathetic dominance. And it's not a choice to make, but something the nervous system is automatically going to do. Where is your nervous system battery entering the fall and winter, right? It's important to know. Think of it like a smartphone battery. So a healthy battery handles regular daily use plus high demand activities without issues, right? Seasonal changes require real adaptive work from the nervous system, adjusting circadian timing into new light patterns, right? Maintaining neurotransmitter production despite reduced sunlight, regulating temperature, and supporting immune function during cold and flu season, right? So for a nervous system with a healthy balance, these adaptations happen automatically, gang. You notice shorter days, but don't feel overwhelmed. For an overwhelmed nervous system, seasonal transitions become the breaking point where people can fall into what we call neurological exhaustion. And that's the perfect storm that creates this vulnerability. The nervous system vulnerability didn't start this fall or winter, guys. It began much earlier, often during prenatal development, birth, and the first years of life, right? Even your own. So prenatal stress exposes the developing nervous system to elevated cortisol and other stress hormones, right? So essentially it programs the system to expect a stressful environment. Birth trauma from interventions like C-sections, forceps, vacuum extraction, or extended labor, gang, can create physical stress to the upper cervical spine and this wonderful nerve up here, vagus nerve, and its pathways. Early childhood stressors, including colic, reflux, ear infections, exposure to antibiotics, add stress to an already vulnerable system. Antibiotics disrupt the gut microbiome, which directly affects nervous system regulation. So by ages 3 to 7, diagnostic labels are going to emerge. But the nervous system dysfunction was there to begin with, like all along. So the signs just become more obvious as life demands increase and seasonal transitions expose what was already seasonal struggles. And seasonal struggles aren't about weakness, bad brain chemistry, or even the seasonal shift. They're a sign that the nervous system has lost its reserve capacity and its resilience, gang. So good news, right? The nervous system is designed to heal, recover, and regulate itself. So when people get regular, neurologically focused chiropractic care, most families can't believe how much just a few adjustments can recharge their body's battery and restore that missing resilience, right? So if you want your family and yourself to stay healthy, energized, and thriving all winter long, click the link in our bio. Send us a DM or schedule an appointment here at Healthstone Chiropractic in Grand Haven, and let's make sure that this winter is different for you and for your family.